Let's go over the top 2 under-the-radar signings of the 2019 NBA free agency class. But before we get into it, make sure to hit that like button and share with your fellow NBA fans. This video is presented by BLINDSAVE. They are the first padded compression wear in the world that adjusts to a player's body. If you're a hooper, you must wear BLINDSAVE, and trust me, once you do, you will never go back to anything else. Dewayne Dedmon at the start of free agency was going to be coveted by many teams looking for a modern day big man who can guard the perimeter, defend the rim, and shoot the long ball. B-Ball Index is a website that provides you advanced analytics, which in simpler terms means more information on the player. I like to use extra information to inform myself on the strengths and weaknesses of that specific player in the most important areas of his game. I'm going to give you Dedmon's player grades and B-Ball Index's most important areas when making an impact on the floor. That's perimeter shooting, off-ball movement, one-on-one play, finishing, roll gravity, playmaking, post play, perimeter defense, interior defense, offensive rebounding, defensive rebounding, overall rebounding. Now, let's go over the list and the grades. Perimeter shooting, B+. He ranked nearly at the 80th percentile of the NBA. That's pretty damn good. Off-ball movement, B+. That's pretty good as well. Gives me a lot of hope. One-on-one play, C-. The Kings don't need him to go one-on-one, so it's okay. Finishing, B+. Roll gravity, A. That means he creates a lot of gravity when he's diving to the rim, which will be very key when he plays alongside De'Aaron Fox in that pick and roll. Playmaking, D+. Don't need him to be a playmaker. Post play, C. Perimeter defense, B+. Interior defense, A-. That's pretty good, both perimeter and interior. Offensive rebounding, A-. He's very active around the rim. Defensive rebounding, A. Again, very active. Overall rebounding, A. 93.9 percentile, amongst the best in the NBA. Now, I'm going to play you a little bit of how the crew at B-Ball Index viewed Dedmon right before the start of free agency. Roll it.
I think we've maybe mentioned him already today. We've mentioned him possibly every podcast so far. Is Dewayne Dedmon. He came up last pod when we were doing our game and talking about the bigs that could, bigs that could shoot from the perimeter and defend the perimeter.
Defend the basket.
Yeah. So, yeah.
I think that's what it was. Bigs who had Bs or better in those two areas. And Dedmon has a B+ in both of those areas.
Dedmon has a B or better in like everything.
I love
many things. Yeah. He's an interesting guy. He has developed his perimeter defense just about every single season, which I think is really, really interesting, from a D- in 2013, 2014 to a D+, C, B+. So maybe that B+ is a little bit higher. Maybe that B+ will regress. But you still got maybe a C+ perimeter defender. He's a good interior defender, not a towering shot blocker, but he uses his position well. He defends the post well, more so than this is a great secondary, going to go block your shot at the rim. He rebounds pretty well. Good roll guy, both rolling and also popping. So that's valuable. He can finish pretty well at the rim. B+ there, has A's, A-, B+ in his career. And like we said, B+ shooting. So if you can throw a guy out there that can defend pretty well, space the floor, and you can also run in the pick and roll, that's a useful basketball player.
Yeah,
he's the anti-Ed Davis for this exercise. He can do any role.
As you can see, Dedmon is a very solid player who has improved drastically over the last 3 years. After speaking with Tim from B-Ball Index, he informed me that Dedmon has a 42% chance he returns a positive ROI to the Kings. Jeremy Lamb is the other player who flew under the radar, but the Pacers jumped on it real fast, and rightfully so. He's projected to return a 73.3 chance of a positive ROI. That's really damn good, as he signed a 3-year, $31 million deal. At 27 years old, his ability to play well on both ends will give them a lot of depth next season. Let's go over his player grades. Perimeter shooting, B. Off-ball movement, A. That's pretty good. One-on-one, A. That's pretty good. Finishing, D. Roll gravity, C-. Playmaking, C+. Post play, B. Perimeter defense, B. Very solid for a wing. Interior defense, C-. Offensive rebounding, C. Defensive rebounding, C+. That's pretty good for a guard/wing. Rebounding overall, B-. So lots of solid stuff there in his B-ball index grades. He's solid, and even though they lost Bojan Bogdanovic, both Lamb and Malcolm Brogdon will give Victor Oladipo 2 solid contributors every single night. As you can see, both Lamb and Dedmon will play a very important role for their teams next season. Let me know what you guys think. Which players did I miss? Which players do you think were under the radar signings for any of your NBA teams? But that's going to do it, guys. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to slap that like button and share with your fellow NBA fans. Thank you guys so much, and I'll see you on the next one.